What's up, guys? It is Friday afternoon, just got out of work. Friday is bench day. Bench day at Hellbent. It's probably my favorite day of the week. I anticipate benching here probably starting on Wednesday is when I start getting fired up about benching. Just because, the group of people that I'm with and the environment, and just I love heavy lifts. And right now, Friday and Sunday are my two heavy days. We might start adding Wednesday into the mix as well, but for right now, it's just Friday and Sunday. How I'm gonna start doing videos now, it's like I'm gonna talk, give you my little rant on whatever topic I have going on in my head, and then we're gonna cut to footage, lifting footage, and then I'm gonna actually explain why I do the movements that I do, not just hammer your accessories, but like how each accessory and stuff like that applies to powerlifting. So I think that'll be fun. And the topic I have today is one that's been getting me for a while. It's been sun's going crazy. It's been getting me upset for a while, and it is these false garbage coaches. I talk to everybody now. Everybody has a coach. Oh, my coach is my coach that. Well, who is your coach, right? And they tell me it's some local guy who has like a 1,400 total. And it's just like, come on, man. Like, I've only been in the powerlifting game for about a year. My coach is local as well, right? But the difference is I looked for one of the best lifters in the state, right? He had a 2K total, been lifting for a couple years, trains out of a nice hardcore gym. They all know what they're doing, okay? That's my coach. The coach that these people tell me, it's like, oh, they have a NASM, they have all of these collegiate certificates, but they can't put up 315 on the bench. They can't put up a decent total. Like, in my opinion, I'm impressed by at least a 2,000 pound total. Maybe it's because I'm a 2,100 lifter, but I don't know, those lightweight, like, oh, I lift in I'm 170 and I do, that's not impressive to me. I like big totals, I like big squats, like big benches. Big deadlift doesn't really impress me because it's more like these guys pulling sumo super wide and they just sit back on it and pick it up. But these coaches, man, it's like if I was a lifter, right, and my coach is being like his deadlift, like I bench these guys' deadlifts, like they're deadlifting like 500 and I'm benching that, you know what I mean, for reps. And it's like, how can you as an athlete be proud of a coach that can't put up decent weight, decent numbers? And it's like, oh, well, their programming's really good. Bro, they're pulling their program off the internet, just like everybody else, okay? At the end of the day, my coach is my training partner. He pushes me, and he knows what I'm capable of. Also, you have all these coaches that are pushing sumo now, because it's like, oh, sumo it's the new way to deadlift. And I mean, I had a conversation with a lovely young woman a couple days ago, a week ago now, and she was saying how her coach was basically making her pull sumo because everybody that her coach coaches pull sumo. But she's a better conventional puller. And it's like, you need an open, like, relationship with your coach where you trust them as a coach, but they should also trust you as an athlete. And that's the relationship that I have. If I don't think a lift is going well, or if I think I can do more, if I think I should be squatting, benching, pulling a different way, I have that open discussion with my coach. And my coach is like, yeah, dude, let's try it. Let's try it your way. Like, let's see how you respond as an athlete, right? So there needs to be open lines of communication. You do have to trust your coach, but your coach should also trust you, like, as an athlete, right? Like, and then people will come to me and be like, yeah, my coach doesn't have a big total, but, like, I'm progressing as an athlete. Well, maybe you're just gifted. You might just be, like, a really good, gifted athlete, right? Who, with bad programming, is progressing as an athlete. But imagine how much more you could progress if you had a coach that knew what they were doing, a coach with a big total, a coach that has you do things that other coaches aren't, right? Like, the human body is the most complex machine, right? Like, your brain is a supercomputer that thinks for itself. Your body, just getting up out of bed and walking, is like an insane engineering feat on itself that scientists have been trying to replicate for decades. Like, you are the machine. And your coach giving you programming, he essentially is your programmer, right? He's programming that supercomputer, your brain, to work out a certain way. And if your programmer, your coach, isn't giving you the right things to do, right? The right programs, how is your body, the greatest fucking machine ever, supposed to progress, right? You're only as good as your coach. And even if you are one of those gifted athletes that's progressing with a bad coach, you're going to top out, right? And your coach is like, oh, we need to do plateau breakers. Bro, just change coaches. If your coach hasn't done anything in the powerlifting world, if your coach hasn't, put up a big total, your coach hasn't had athletes do anything big in the powerlifting world, why are they your coach? Because, I don't know, they pull stuff off the internet, and so you don't have to. The internet is your best coach, right? You can find so many useful programs, ideas, everything on the internet. So I always tell people, try to powerlift by yourself. Try to program yourself for a year. Just use the internet. But that's my little rant, right, on coaching and getting better and knowing yourself as an athlete and having your coach trust you. And at the end of the day, it's find a good relationship with a coach and find a coach that's done something. That's like if I wanted to bodybuild, right? Would I want to get coached by a bodybuilder who placed second in my state's NPC, or do I want to be coached by Mr. Olympia? So that's a little tidbit of information I'm going to leave y'all with. And we're going to cut to some real heavy bench press. Alright guys, so that'll do it for my bench footage. Very hot today. If you can't tell, it was a scorcher. Sweaty, gross, but we got it done. We ended up doing a double of 485 competition pause. So very proud of that. Then we dropped down to some AMRAPs. Just again, forcing blood into the chest. Trying to put on that bodybuilder size. We did an AMRAP of 435, I believe, and then an AMRAP of 415, and we got 6 and 8 on those lifts respectively. Did some accessories, and it's always a good day at Hellbent. The worst day at Hellbent beats the best day anywhere else, and to kind of close out, I feel like this needs to be said. I personally feel like I owe my coaches a lot. Mike, who owns Hellbent, got me into the gym. Bobby, who's my coach, coached me to #1 in the world. But I feel almost indebted to those guys, and it's okay to feel that way. I almost feel like, I need to pay them back somehow, and that's not always the case, guys. If you can't pay back the people that have helped you get to where you are, try to pay it forward to somebody else. Be that person that you needed, right? Be that person that you might have wished you've had. At the end of the day, guys, I'm just saying, help one another. We're all in the same sport. Just trying to get better. Thanks, guys.